Hi, this is Steve Haas, and in this video we're going to discuss setting up My Elite Domains. So, as you can see here, I'm in that console, and there's two ways you can do it. You can either click here to add one, or you can just click down here and add the domain. I'm going to use my domain of attentionsoft.com. And I'm going to go ahead and leave it with the default of Sendiio and add it. Now, once it's added, you're going to see that it's going to warn you that it can take up to 24 to 72 hours, yada, yada, yada. But to be perfectly honest with you, in most cases, unless you're living maybe in some third world country with really slow routers, it's going to happen pretty quick. So anyway, let's get down to business here. When you click on these, they'll copy it to a pasteboard for you. Clipboard for you, and then you just paste it into your cPanel account. Or there's a second way of doing it. If you have a VPS or a dedicated server or a reseller account or something like that with your hosting provider, then here's a real quick shortcut. All you have to do is put the link to your WHM or web host management panel, the port that it uses, which is typically, as it shows here, 2087. Your username, which is usually root, and then whatever the password is to get into WHM console. If you don't have that, which I'm suspecting a lot of people here aren't going to have, then you're going to have to go to cPanel route, which means it's kind of tedious, but you're going to have to pay attention and copy and paste. So let me show you what we have to do here. Okay, we're going to create, it tells you the record type, which is a text record, okay? Click here, it copies it. Then you go into your cPanel zone editor and create a text record by clicking here. And you're going to paste in that information that we just copied. Then we go back to Sendiio, and then now we grab the value. And again, back into cPanel. This will get monotonous in a minute, I know. But it's necessary to do it right. So back to Sendiio we go. Now we grab a CNAME. Make sure that you realize that you're grabbing a CNAME. Oops. And we go back to cPanel. We select CNAME from the record here. And as you can see, make sure it says CNAME, not anything else. Then go back to Sendiio. Grab this information here and paste it in. And once again, we go back to Sendiio. We grab the next CNAME record, back to cPanel, create another CNAME, and back to Sendiio again. I know, it gets monotonous, but it's what we have to do to make this thing work properly. The third CNAME, go back, add another CNAME record. Now, this one you really have to pay attention to because MX records don't work quite the way the text records and CNAME records that we just saw work. So you're going to have to go over here and you're going to have to click here for the MX record. Now, when you go into cPanel and you go to create an MX record, you're going to see that this is already pre-filled out for you, whatever your domain is. You're going to have to give it an integer value between usually 10 and 20, but you can make it even 30, 40, whatever you want. What winds up happening is, with MX records, when it's checked to see which MX record or mail exchanger is sending, it goes down the list starting from 0 on up. So we're going to go ahead and give this an integer value of 10. And then we're going to take the information that we just copied over here, this right here, copy that, go back to cPanel, and then paste it in here because it says fully qualified domain name. That's going to be this right here. add that record. And then last but not least, we're going to create another text record. So we come back over to the zone editor. We create another text record. That will be Sendiio. And then we grab this information here and we go back and paste it in here. And that's it. Once it's done, then you come back over to Sendiio and you can hit this button here to refresh the status, and we'll see if it finds them yet. Yep, as you can see, everything verified just fine, and it's ready to send from the Elite host, which is hosted with Sendiio. So I hope this makes sense to you. If it doesn't, as you may see, we're going to be offering a done-for-you service so that, if you don't want to mess with this or you're not sure of yourself and you don't feel like messing with it, we'll have that information in the members area for you. Thank you.